to bring you all the final scores and highlights from the best games each and every week right here on Somos El Valle 5.3 and of course on our KRGV Facebook page. Now we start tonight in FAR for the classic intra-district rivalry between PSJA and PSJA North at the annual Tri-City Classic. The Raiders have dominated this series as of late, but many are predicting the PSJA Bears to win the 31-6A title. But the Raiders are coming off their fourth round appearance, and the Raiders not looking to lose their status as the Valley's top team. Let's go to PSJA Stadium for this one. PSJA Bears on the home turf tonight. Both these teams call PSJA Stadium home, though. Both teams looking for that Tri-City Classic crown here. PSJA North quarterback Ale Aparicio, of course, on the sideline, injured. Don't know when he'll be back, but stepping in is Julius Arredondo. He's done it before, my friends, and he's looking good. Slings that one to Jaden Fuentes to put him right outside the end zone, and then Arredondo takes it himself at the quarterback keeper to make it a 7-0 lead. And then Marcus Kaufman, always with the trickeration early in the games here. He does it again with an onside kick. Raiders trying to go up big early in the game, and then it's one more time Arredondo finding Ethan Guerra, gets the 25-yard touchdown, doubling the Raiders' lead in the first quarter, making it 14-0. But the Bears looking to answer back. A Raiders defense swarming Jaime Lopez tonight. Just could not get any room. Offensive line struggling to give him protection, but they got one of the best defensive line on the other side. But look at that play here. A gorgeous pass to Caleb Salas, but he could not haul it in. And no touchdown. Raiders still leading 14-0. And then switching it up here, it's Darren Garcia playing quarterback and then tosses it to Arredondo, who was the starting tight end last year, and then scores on the quarterback keeper. And then Arredondo once again making plays, this time finding Andre Matamoros to make it 28-0 going into the half. Raiders pick up the victory tonight. Final score over at PSJA Stadium, 41-0. Raiders with a big dominating victory. Back-to-back shutout wins in this series. Our Bella Michaels was there, and she has this recap for us.
Crosstown rivalry tonight. Both teams heading into this hungry for a win. PSJA North, though, coming out on top once again. Last year, shutout 49-0 victory. This year, 41-0, almost tying it to last year. I got head coach Marcus Kaufman with me. Coach, this game went crazy, but from the beginning, I think after that onside kick that you're known for always doing, it sort of set the tone, you know, didn't give the other team a chance and just kept rolling from there.
Yes, we did. The first half, we played about as good a half as you can play in the first half. I think we got out of here at 28-0 in the first half, had 4 possessions. They had their 4 possessions. We were able to shut them out. Second half was a different story. We kind of lost focus on what we were doing, started looking up around, and kind of that's something we're going to need to work on, focus and play 48 minutes.
And coming into this game, we knew, you know, Ale wasn't going to be in. Jules took over, but it was nothing new for him. But we saw youngin Darren Garcia getting some touches in there. You threw him in, finding Jules. So what do you have to say about that?
That's what we're trying to get as many kids, as many touches as possible, just in case we have something else happen. Because we've had a lot of stuff happen this year already compared to last year. Last year we went straight through unscathed, and this year we have a lot of issues.
Talk to me about that defense tonight. Another shutout win.
You know, just this whole week leading up, people were saying, like, man, I think this is the year Bears can hang with Raiders, possibly beat them. And we took that personal, you know, because, you know, black shirt defense, all we do is play ball over here, you know. So we just wanted to prove everybody wrong, you know, and just play black shirt defense, hit them hard first, start the game, and we just played Raider football.
You know, I just love the environment of the Bear-Raider game, you know. I've been to it ever since I was a little kid. And just to play in it is just a different experience, you know.
PSJA North's offense, defense, and special teams all coming out on top tonight, not really allowing a chance for PSJA High to respond, and they're going to be looking to take that as fuel into next week when they take on Los Fresnos here at home at PSJA. In PSJA Stadium, Bella Michaels, Channel 5 Sports. Back to you, Alex.
Yeah, I think a lot of folks expected a much better effort from PSJA tonight, and I think the offense, if they had some time there, would have been able to do something. We've been kind of waiting to see Jaime Lopez blossom. Struggled out of the gate here, a shutout victory once again for the PSJA North Raiders. Curious to see where the Bears move from here. Meanwhile, another rivalry game tonight over in Mission as we continue rivalry week here in week 1. It's what the Mission community is now calling the Tom Landry Classic. I'm still calling it the Battle of Conway until further notice. I don't buck tradition that easily, everybody. Now, last night, last year, the Patriots ended a 4-game losing skid in this series and are looking for back-to-back wins as they hope for a district championship season. You know how David Gilpin likes to talk about winning goal balls, and it's an opportunity to see this new-look Patriots team that didn't have quite the season that they wanted to have last year. And the Battle of Conway, always a big one when these two teams go at it. And here, Mission Veterans looking good in the early going, but get a pass reception. We get a fumble here. Then Marco Trevino with the smart defensive play, able to take it all the way down the sidelines, gets near the red zone here and gets some yards. And then Mission quarterback Diego Salinas, who a lot of folks are kind of missing as one of the Valley's top quarterbacks. Salinas back in the pocket. We know he's a dual threat, and look at him go. Just escapes, finds some room, takes it up the seam into the end zone for the touchdown. Diego Salinas is able to make a big play here. First touchdown of the night, Eagles with the early advantage, and that's a great play right there. Then we'd see Braden Ludiker back to pass here, rolling to his right, looking long, firing deep towards the end zone. What a defensive play there. Evan Salinas skies up and swats it out of the air, and that one looked like it hurt on the way down. So Veterans here on the kickoff here. It's Alexis Alvarado grabbing it here for the Mission Eagles and takes it all the way to the house for the touchdown. They're not going to get him. It was a 7-7 game here as Mission able to, Mission Veterans able to come up with a victory 42-30. Meanwhile, the Bird Bowl is in 31st edition tonight over at Boga Stadium. 2 years ago, Harlingen South was the one that was victorious en route to their perfect season. Last year, Harlingen won that game en route to their 10-0 perfect season. So who's going to start things off and potentially go perfect the rest of the way? Well, let's find out. Let's go to the highlights here as the Cardinal defense start things off on a strong note here as Harlingen South coming out of the breakthrough here and looking to make some plays on offense. Jacob Ortiz forcing the fumble, so the Cards take it away, coming up with the grab, and the black shirt defense here from the Harlingen side of things comes up with a big play. And then the South Hawks defense returns the favor. It's Jude Garcia and Gilbert Lerma combining to come up with the fumble recovery here. Hawks take it right back. So this one got a little chippy according to Brandon Benitez. And then we get Aiden Cavazos with the fake punt, and he finds some room down the sideline here and takes it in for the touchdown as Randy Morales comes up with the rushing touchdown here. Another quarterback we're looking forward to seeing some great things from this year. Cardinals would miss the extra point and then come up with the lead at 6-0 at the half. So not a lot of offense in the early going, and then in the third quarter, it's Morales finding Aiden Flores deep, and he takes it to the house. Harlingen picks up another touchdown there. It was Harlingen, by the way. That score is reversed. 12-7. The Cardinals beat the Hawks. That's the final score tonight. Nope, we'll take that off too. All right, so Harlingen comes up with the victory, 12-7 over the Harlingen Cardinals. All right, our Brandon Benitez was live at Boga Stadium tonight. Here's his recap from the Bird Bowl 31.
Joining me now, Harlingen head coach Manny Gomez. One of the more passionate Bird Bowls, to say the least. Just take me through what you saw today from both sidelines and of course how football is.
I'm just so thankful that it's over with, you know. But that's not who Harlingen is. I'm not just talking to my bad, but that's how Harlingen is. But you know what? You can't fault the kids, man, on both sides. They're passionate. You know, they love their football. You know, they love their city. They love their community. They love their schools. And that's what it was, you know. But we could have got a little bit extra help from the officials. But, you know, it is what it is. We were able to finish on top. And like I said, my hat's off to our kids, to my coaching staff, you know, second to none coaching staff. But I'm just so thankful, praise God, that we were able to come out victorious.
You know, your defense was at least able to hold that offense, Southhawks offense, to just to 7 points. Just what do you make of the job that they did today? Obviously forcing turnovers, everything in between.
No, you know, it's who we are. You know, we're competitors, Coach Izzy and myself, and there's always a little tweak that happens, right? We were able to figure it out there at the end. And like I said, it's all the credit goes to our kids, and I'm super proud of our organization, our school, our community. But I guarantee you we're going to play better than this.
Now joining me, quarterback Randy Morales. One of the more passionate Bird Bowls that anyone's seen, at least in a good long while. Just take me through the emotions you felt tonight. Obviously, how hectic things got, especially with both sidelines.
It was crazy. Never been to a game like this. Never been part of a game like this. It was amazing. Something that only a football player could go through. It's just an amazing, crazy atmosphere, and I loved it.
12-7 the final score. Harlingen Cardinals, they'll be back in this stadium when they host Mercedes next week. Meanwhile, the Harlingen Southhawks, they're going to hope to rebound when they go to Weslaco and face those Panthers. That'll do it for us in Harlingen. I'm Brandon Benitez. Alex, back to you.
All right, Brandon, thanks a lot. Here's some other scores. A lot of rivalries going on tonight. The Starr County Super Bowl going on over at Rio Grande City, 36-22. Roma, we're all predicting to have a big year, comes up with the victory in week 1, 36-22. As Valley View beating their crosstown rivals. They're in the Battle of Old Military Road, 40-22. The Tigers beat the Pirates here. La Jolla goes down on the road at Brownsville Rivera, 40-3 the final score. Raiders come out to a 1-0 start. Donna comes back and beats La Feria 55-20. I'm sure we got a big night there from Jeffrey Lefevre. Meanwhile, Palmview upsets the debut of PSJA Southwest new regime as J.J. Leja takes over a head coach there, 34-21 the score there. Donna comes up with a 1-0 start for the second straight season as they beat Edinburgh Concomites 30-16. Meanwhile, over in Edinburgh, another rivalry matchup as Edinburgh Vela took on Edinburgh North over at Richard Flores Stadium. We had a big game last night as McAllen took on Edinburgh High. Sabercats once again looking to have a big season. Went 9-1 last year. They're looking for 10-0 this year. And Sabercats off to a big start early, taking a 6-0 lead here on this touchdown from Cyrus Golet, and comes up no extra point, so it's a 6-0 lead there. Then the Cougars trying to make something happen on defense. Take a look at this play. Horacio Lopez stands in front of the play and comes up with the interception in the end zone. They call that a touchback, folks. So Edinburgh North takes over on offense, but unable to get any offense mustered against a very tough Edinburgh Vela defense. Then Alec Reyes takes it here for the Sabercats, spins his way into the end zone for the touchdown to make it a 13-0 lead. We move to the second quarter now. Dimas de Leon back again, looking to make plays. He does one here, gets into the end zone to make it a 20-0 lead. And then one of the players we're really looking forward to seeing perhaps get a ton of playmaker stickers this year, it's this guy, Jackson Shoup. Skies up for it, takes it to the house to make it 27-0. Final score tonight over in the crosstown rivalry between Vela and Edinburgh North, 62-14, the final score. Still more to come here in the fifth quarter. More big highlights, more scores for you. Stay with us. This is the fifth quarter.
The fifth quarter, powered by Reyna's BBQ.
It's football season in the Valley, and Reyna's BBQ and Cocina has you covered. We're doing authentic Texas-style barbecue and authentic Tex-Mex favorites. 2 unique flavors, 100% Texan. And it wouldn't be football season without our delicious smoked and crispy wings or our mouth-watering appetizers. Dine in, drive-through, or let us cater your next event. It's football, food, and family at Reyna's BBQ and Cocina.
Labor Day Super Sale going on now at Charlie Clark Nissan. The fun experience everyone is talking about with food, games, and music. Get the new 2023 Nissan Rogue for $499 a month lease. Or get the 2023 Nissan Titan with $8,000 off MSRP with 0% APR for 16 months. We are the only ones that give you Nana's lifetime warranty plus oil changes for life.
And if we don't do what we promise,
Nana, pow, pow.
Oh, man. Well, it's going to be a beautiful sunny day today, and we can expect much more of the same over the next week.
Motorcycles are not invisible, but they can seem that way to drivers who aren't paying close attention. Look twice for motorcycles. There's a life riding on it.
If you would like to be part of the KRGV Channel 5 team, we are currently seeking applicants for these full-time positions. Morning executive producer, news producer, technical director, video editor, topical producer, sports MMJ anchor, assignments editor, news photographer, news reporter, news producer, and part-time, studio camera, teleprompter. Visit our website, krgv.com. Look for jobs under the Connect with Us tab. KRGV is an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back here to the fifth quarter, powered by Reyna's BBQ, as we get set for week 1 action here. I'm Alex Del Barrio. Welcome back to our Channel 5 studios. Plenty of action. We have rivalries going on throughout the Rio Grande Valley. Another one we didn't get to in our first block is Weslaco versus Mercedes. The Jungle Bowl is what they call it, and it's always a fierce rivalry between these two cats tango. This one was in Mercedes tonight. Let's take you to Tiger Stadium to this one, as Weslaco looked to pick up their first win of the season, but hoping to do it on the road and spoil the season opener, home opener for the Mercedes Tigers. It's the Panthers on offense here. It's Andres Sepulveda. He's looking long down the sidelines, looking long, looking for Frank Trevino. They could not connect. Their offense sputtering in the early moments of this one. And then in Sebastian Villarreal, as we see Mercedes on offense, he escapes the pocket as that Panthers defense was looking to grab him, and they gave him no room to run as they bring him down there in the offensive backfield. So slow start for both teams. Weslaco would turn the tables on offense here. This is Alan Garcia making a play here right up the gut, moves the chains, gets near midfield there for the Panthers, and then Sepulveda once again handing it off here to Garcia, takes it down the sideline, and he's off to the races. Into the end zone for the touchdown. Extra point good from Ethan Gonzalez. They made it 7-0 Weslaco, our final score tonight over at Tiger Stadium, as Weslaco comes up with the victory 34-0, really spoiling the season opener for the Mercedes Tigers. We talk about rivalries. Let's go up to Willacy County. Here is Rio Hondo taking on Raymondville. This is always a fun one. I always love the signs that the cheerleaders, whoever the booster club, they make with all the taunts that they make for out of the breakthrough. Let's take a look here as Raymondville comes up with a play. It's Luis de la Paz, sacked by Kian Lopez here, and then Ruben Atkinson throws a pass to Lopez. He got the sack earlier, then comes up with the play here, picks up the touchdown grab. So love these small schools because the kids play both ways. Then here we see Atkinson with the screen, looking for Gavin Perez, comes up with the big gain. Don't get any points out of that drive, but then Atkinson is sacked here by Gustavo Oviedo. It was 7-0 Rio Hondo at the half. Our final score, though, it's Rio Hondo coming up with the victory on the road, 34-6. Meanwhile, Brownsville Veterans taking on San Benito. Of course, Brownsville Veterans made it all the way to the third round last year. San Benito, same thing. Of course, San Benito in the 6A classification, Brownsville Veterans in 5A Division 1 here. And then Brownsville Veterans, Dion Olvera causes the fumble here, and it's recovered by the Chargers here. But what's good for the goose is good for the gander here, at least good for the Greyhound, as we come up with a fumble recovery from San Benito. So they answer right back, make a big defensive play of their own. And then it's Aaron Garza taking it in for the touchdown as he runs past these Charger defenders, finds pay dirt in that checkered end zone here. That made it 14-0 San Benito, as San Benito continued to swarm the Chargers on defense, who are working in a new head coach in J.C. Ramirez. It was a close one at the end, but the Greyhounds come up with the victory 28-21. Let's go over to Leo Aguilar Stadium as Weslaco East took on Los Fresnos. Los Fresnos, I'm picking to be right in the mix for the 32-6A title. I would throw Weslaco East in the mix to win a district championship of their own. Robert Pineda was a freshman last year. Now he's a sophomore, finds Josh Libon. Same old story there for Pineda, just makes plays. Touchdown there for Los Fresnos. And then Alex Martinez hands it off to Justin Gamez, gets a gain there, but taken down by Juan Sanchez. And then Martinez pushes forward, up the middle, gets into the maroon end zone there for the touchdown to even things up. And then it's Martinez once again back to pass, looking like they're passing a little bit more at Weslaco East. We're not used to seeing from Mike Burgett's club, but he gets sacked by Eric Burberg as a big play there on defense for Los Fresnos. And then it's Pineda, because he's a dual threat, runs it up. Beautiful play down the sideline for the touchdown. Falcons win this one going away 42-7. David Cantu's Falcons are off to the races with a 1-0 start to the season. Meanwhile, Sharyland Pioneer taking on McAllen Rowe. This one over at McAllen ISD Stadium. Always a fun matchup when these two teams go at it. It's already 7-0 Pioneer, and that's Julian Valdez finding Antonio Carizales. And look at him, gets the touchdown. Look at him. Run, stop, Forrest, stop. Where are you going? He didn't even celebrate with his teammates there. He just run all the way to the sideline. He was that excited for coming up with the touchdown there. It's a 14-0 lead there for the Diamondbacks. And then play action. It's Valdez finding Diego Chapa in the end zone. Diamondbacks running away from this one, 21-0, but back come the Warriors. Elijah Garza in at quarterback here on this particular play, finds Royce Todd in the end zone. Warriors on the scoreboard to make it 21-7. They would actually tie this game at 21, but it was the the Diamondbacks coming up with the victory. Final score 28-21, so the Diamondbacks 1-0 with a road victory over the Warriors. Still more to come. Time to recap you what happened on Thursday night. Big game between Mac High and Edinburgh High. We'll show you the highlights and some of the scores from that one as well. This is the fifth quarter.
Bert Ogden Buick GMC is the only Texas dealer to win Dealer of the Year for Buick and GMC. Save with 0.9% financing on a new Sierra Plus. Make no payments for 90 days. In the heart of the valley, Bert Ogden Buick GMC in Edinburgh.
It's football season in the Valley, and Reyna's BBQ and Cocina has you covered. We're doing authentic Texas-style barbecue and authentic Tex-Mex favorites. 2 unique flavors, 100% Texan. And it wouldn't be football season without our delicious smoked and crispy wings or our mouth-watering appetizers. Dine in, drive through, or let us cater your next event. It's football, food, and family at Reyna's BBQ and Cocina.
The RGV has a style of its own. The people, the history, the culture, from burgers to tacos to steaks. Join us as we introduce you to the faces and places, the design and destination, everyone and everything that makes the RGV extraordinary.
Let's go. Front, side, back. Front,
Love the place we call home with Channel 5's new lifestyle show, Take 5.
Take 5, a new episode every Saturday and Sunday at 10:30 on Channel 5.
Come take 5 with us.
Ride shotgun with YOLO Texas for great bites, adventures, and must-see locations.
Watch YOLO Texas every weekend on KRGV. Somos el Valle.
Shop the only dealer in Texas to win Dealer of the Year for both Buick and GMC. And drive a new Envision for $319 per month. Plus, make no payments for 90 days. In the heart of the valley, Bert Ogden Buick GMC Edinburgh.
We continue on in the fifth quarter. Tonight's action over at Richard Thompson Stadium. Pace taking on Sharyland, and it was the Rattlers starting things off on offense. Bo Krell, the coach's son, hands it off to Santiago Longoria. Remember, the converted linebacker, still playing a little defense, takes it to the house. 29-yard rushing touchdown. Sharyland with the early 6-0 lead. Sharyland, though, going for the 2-point conversion. Krell with the handoff to Omero Garcia runs it in, and it's an early 8-0 lead for the Sharyland Rattlers. Sharyland led it 8-0 at the end of the first quarter, and then Bo Krell handed off again to Longoria. It's a great combination, quarterback to running back, and he would get a big gain here. Look at Krell coming over on the side, making some blocks here. He'd get outside the end zone, just a couple of yards away, and then we'd see Santiago put it in, gets the 7-yard rushing touchdown to make it 14-0. They'd missed the 2-point conversion here. Then it's Isaac Solis and at quarterback for Pace, trying to make a play happen. Back to pass, looking, trying to find. He gets sacked. Final score tonight over at Sharyland's Richard Thompson Stadium. It was 31-17 Rattlers coming up with the victory. Let's go back to last night. Mac High taking on Edinburgh here. Big rivalry game between the Bobcats and the Bulldogs. We'll start things off with the Bulldogs on offense. Remember, they made the third round last year. Joaquin Valdez, he gets picked off here. Nicholas Gonzalez comes up with a big defensive play, and the Bobcats are cooking early defensively. Then it's JT Santamaria back to pass, looking for Jude Vega, finds him in the end zone, takes that big-time catch, 7-0, 38 yards later, he's in the end zone for the score. But then Valdez trying to get some revenge. This time he finds his top target here is Jaden Herrera, takes it to the house for the touchdown here. And then more from Herrera, long touchdown run of his own, takes it to the house. He had a big night. Those two combined for 6 total touchdown. Final score from last night, is 39-23. Bulldogs start their season at 1-0. Meanwhile, Juarez Lincoln taking on PSG Memorial. This was last night as well. Emiliano Colunga would run the ball 18 yards here. And we get a long pass. Well, actually, this is McAllen Memorial. This is McAllen Memorial in action against Hannah. And that's a big-time miss right there, looking for the touchdown. Let's take a look at the final score. It's 28-20, the final score between McAllen Memorial and Brownsville Hannah. Here we go. It's Juarez Lincoln taking on PSG Memorial here. And now we'd see Emiliano Colunga running the ball here, 18 yards. Coming up with the touchdown here as PSG Memorial looks to go for 1-0 on the season. Breaks a tackle, gets some room, finds his way into pay dirt to make it a 6-0 lead. They'd fumble the ball on the extra point. Final score last night, PSG Memorial comes up with a victory over Juarez, 48-20, the final score. Still more to come as we wrap things up in the fifth quarter next.
It's football season in the Valley, and Reyna's BBQ and Cocina has you covered. We're doing authentic Texas-style barbecue and authentic Tex-Mex favorites. 2 unique flavors, 100% Texan. And it wouldn't be football season without our delicious smoked and crispy wings or our mouth-watering appetizers. Dine in, drive through, or let us cater your next event. It's football, food, and family at Reyna's BBQ and Cocina.
When bad deals attack, call on the guardians of the dealership. Rocket Tecuache, Nopalito, Car Lord.
What are you doing? I'm Car Lord. No, we talked about this.
Let go! Car Lords. Get a new 2023 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 Crew Cab for only $39,000 to $695 at Payne Weslaco Chevrolet and PayneGM.com. Chevrolet, find new roads.
I'm the OG Car Lord.
The KRGV weather app features real-time radar, current weather conditions, and forecast set to locations of your choice. When severe weather strikes, the KRGV weather app will send you alerts. The only app in the Valley with daily video updates from our meteorologists. Get vital local weather information 24/7 with the KRGV weather app, supported by
DHR Health, Payne Auto Group, DLJ Commercial Roofing, Pronto Insurance, Omar Ochoa Law Firm, and McAllen International Airport.
In case you missed them, here are the final scores here from tonight. Let's get into you. PSJ North wins our game of the week 41-0 over crosstown rival PSJA. Harlingen wins the 31st edition of the Bird Bowl 12-7. The final score there was Mission Veterans beating Mission High in the Battle of Conway 42-30. Edinburgh Vela with an impressive week 1 victory over the Cougars 62-14. Elsewhere, Weslaco shuts out Mercedes 34-0. It was Los Fresnos knocking off Weslaco East 42-7. Elsewhere, Roma wins the Stark County Super Bowl 36-22. Rio Hondo goes up to Willacy County, knocks off the Bearcats 34-6. Valley View wins the Battle of Old Military 40-22 over the Hidalgo Pirates. Sharyland knocks off Brownsville Pace 31-17. Also, PSJ Southwest goes down to Palmview 34-21. The Diamondbacks with a late victory 28-21 over McAllen Rowe on the road. It was Brownsville Rivetta with a 40-3 victory over La Jolla. Donna North 1-0 as they beat Economides 30-16. Elsewhere, Progreso falls in shutout fashion to La Villa 48-0. It was Brownsville St. Joseph's 60-21 over Brownsville Lopez. Elsewhere, Valferius 41-6 over Santa Maria. Coming up tomorrow, it's Ed Couch Elsa taking on Corpus Christi Carroll. Also from last night, let's get you those final scores. Mac High beat Edinburgh 39-23. It was Port Isabel falling to Lyford 36-29. Brownsville Hannah goes down to McAllen Memorial 28-20. Juarez Lincoln goes down to PSG Memorial 48-20. And finally, Gruya comes up with a victory over Brownsville Porter 28-21. It was an exciting week 1, and we hope you stay with us throughout the high school football season for our entire crew. My name is Alex Alvario. Good night from Weslaco.
The fifth quarter, powered by Reyna's BBQ. The fifth quarter, powered by Reyna's BBQ.
It's football season in the Valley, and Reyna's BBQ